Hey, Tony, guys are here. They're popping in real quick, doing an old Starbucks run for my wife. So y'all got to forgive me because I'm gonna have to talk to them at the window and pick it up. But I'm gonna film going and coming back. And this a lesson right here to the YouTubers and people who always say, you know, oh, I want to do YouTube, I ain't got the time. If y'all notice, I really don't take out time out of my day to shoot YouTube. I shoot it while I'm driving. So it's just, I pretend somebody in the car with me. So it's like me talking to you, no different than me talking to you if you was riding with me in the car, because I'm not looking at you. I'm just running off at the mile. And so that way, this don't take away no time from my family. It don't take away no time from my other work. I just would be riding, listening to music or something, or talking to myself, or practicing a speech. So I just do this here YouTube. So that's why I want you to understand, you don't find the time, you make the time. You make the time. Now what I want to talk to you is because tomorrow I'm getting ready to fly to England. And the reason I'm flying to England, a couple different reasons, but one of the things is I'm taking my 16-year-old with me. He'll be 17 in the month of April 26th. He turned 17. And one of his goals or dreams is to play soccer in Europe. He feel like the game is more advanced in Europe than it is in America. And so I'm taking him over there to experience the game over there. Now, he had already gone 3 times for like 10-day camps, but this is a little more immersive and it's with actual clubs. And one of the goals is to like just get on their radar so that they know who he is, because they can't sign him until he's 18. So he got a year and a month. And if he, at 18, if he's good enough, they could sign him to their development team or to their first team. And he can go over there and play, or he could go to college. He may do college a couple years, or he may do college all 4 years. And then, you know, could go over there and play. But I'm going and I'm taking that chance. And just to put it in perspective is, for one, you know, I work for myself. That's one of the things that I try to tell people too, is don't sleep on your dreams. Don't sleep on your dreams, because had I slept on my dreams, I wouldn't be able to work for myself. So being that I work for myself, I could work from anywhere in the world. And yes, it's some time zone issues like with me coaching my clients, but once I get through those coaching calls, or if I close my coaching sessions, I'm still able to make a living through other streams of income, and like ghostwriting, YouTube, online courses, things of that nature, and could make a good enough living to where I don't have to do anything else outside of that if I didn't want to. And that's why I say don't sleep on your dreams, so that one day, one of them dreams that you have may be a way for you to work for yourself using your natural gifts or using your natural talents. And then you're able to create more time. You have more time freedom for yourself, for your children, so that if your child get the opportunity to go somewhere or do something, you're able to make that move because you don't have to beg a boss for time off. But that also could mean building on your job, because you may build enough rapport with your job to where if you need to take some time off with your child, you can work remote. And that's also a part of building your brand, because if you're a nice person and everybody love you, and you know you smile and you bring good energy to the workplace, that's gonna win favor with your boss, with your job, with your company, to where they'll be more flexible with you when you need that flexibility. But if you're a butt munch and you know you just always on people's nerves, and not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you're not gonna have that favor. The other thing, what I want to come from this too is I want black people, people of color, minorities. Of course, people always go to Harlem by, oh, we not no minorities. Just all that mean is just less of us than another race. That do not mean that you minor. Y'all take one little English comprehension class and then want to be arguing about every word. It's like, if you know what it mean, then it mean what it mean. And y'all stay out my comments with that foolishness. It's like, I can call myself a minority and don't feel no less than. And so what does it mean if I could still become successful and I'm not offended by the word minority? And then somebody get offended by the word minority but still be broke, busted, and disgusted. That right there is a life lesson. Is it can't hurt you unless you let it hurt you. So you need to understand that with any type of word, any type of term, N-word, female, that y'all be getting mad by, male, it can't hurt you unless you let it. It ain't what they call you, it's what you answer to. And so listen to me. So what I want to see is more people of color, more people who come from less than, doing more for our children and figuring out a way and making a way instead of making excuses. You can make a way or you can make an excuse to do more for your child, because and to really do your due diligence. Now, me and my wife, we probably could have chose the wrong sport, because soccer is not really an American sport, and so America really don't know what they doing when it comes to soccer. And you know, our oldest son, he hasn't had his growth spurt. He's not the tallest kid, and that works against him in America because they just look for the biggest kids. Whereas if we would have did baseball, which is an American sport, with his natural knack and athletic ability, it probably he could have been a baseball phenom. So that's one thing you want to do as a parent too, is look at your child, look at their genetics, look at their strengths, look at their weaknesses, look at their personality, and then see what type of activities, whether that's a sport, whether it's something with their mind. I got a client who her son plays chess, and she building around him. You know, they doing a chess clothing line and different things. And so that's a beautiful thing. And yes, there's people out there that's doing it, and it's always gonna be somebody else doing it, but that don't stop you from doing it. And that's what has to be understood. And so, but see how your child is wired, you know, and it's not all about sports, because your child may be good at chess, your child may be good at coding. They got coding, like Code Ninjas, they got coding places. But if you laid down on your back, or if you wasn't on your back and you brought a child into the world, or if you adopted, it's no longer about you and your happiness and your peace of mind and your all of this. Yes, you got to take care of yourself, but that child got to be took care of equally and greater. And that's one thing that because what we doing is we failing ourselves, we failing our lineage, because we bringing kids into the world and then we dragging them through life, instead of letting the kids stand on our shoulders. Your child got to be able to stand on your shoulders. So like me, I done went out here and made inroads. So what I'm doing, I speak at this school. I reached out to that coach and say, hey, can you talk to your soccer coach about my son? Reached out to another school, hey, can you talk to your soccer coach about my son? It's another coach I know, he just about to be a head coach at another school. Once he get his, get settled and get his desk and get in there around December, January, I'm gonna say, hey, can you talk to your soccer coach about my son? And my son got a big showcase in December. I'm gonna tell the coach and make sure that he talked to his, because I know him, and that's how other races, even other minorities in America, because like Asian, they minorities in America, but that's how they'll do. They let their kids stand on their shoulders. But it's like with us, because of our trauma, because of our pain from slavery and all of that, a lot of times we victimize our kids. We beat our kids up. I see a lot of dumb black people online humiliating their children, like cutting off all the kid hair on camera and posting it online. It's like, that's child abuse, idiot. It's like, okay, yeah, teach your child a lesson, but you don't put that on camera and put that online for the world to see for the rest of your child life. That's child abuse, and you need to go to prison for that. And that's stupid, to big up yourself and get your kicks off of bullying your child. I have a pickup for Cherie.
Okay, go for it.
Thank you. And we do stupid stuff like that. And it ain't just black folk. I just seen a crazy white lady went to she in prison, her and her therapist. Y'all seen the lady in Utah, I think it was. She went way far. But back to what I was saying is, you have to take pride in busting your butt. Thank you.
Do you need any straws?
No, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, you too. You gotta take pride in busting your butt to do what you need to do for your children. And yeah, your children is your responsibility. So if that means you got to work an extra job, if that means you got to work your job and do something online from home, like a, work from home, remote job. I think they got a site, remotejobs.com. I think that's literally the site, remotejobs.com or remotework.com. You got to be careful with that stuff, that you don't get scammed or whatever and you go into a legitimate company. But do what you got to do. You got to make a way instead of making excuses. Now, don't start no OnlyFans and be, selling cooter online. But if you got to sell feet pic, I think the Lord will understand. They got a site where you can sell pictures of your feet. I seen about it on, it could be a joke, but if you got to sell dirty drawers, dirty socks, they got perverts out here. Do what you got to do, not literally, but don't strip, don't sell no cooter, dang-a-lang. But if it's a dummy out here gonna pay $50 for your dirty socks, send them a pair of dirty socks. Do what you got to do for your children. And you got to stop making excuses. You got to stop crying all the time. Stop crying and complaining, and you need to pray. You need to speak life. You need to be happy. You need to be humble. You need to be motivated. Stop being a victim all the time. It's like everybody got it hard. Everybody got it tough. Everybody got to figure out a way. Everybody's struggling, include myself. Like, I'm not going over to England with no bank account full of money. I'm going over to England, bill collectors calling me. Yeah, it's just the way it is. That's life. That's everybody's life. So it's like, hey, but I'm finna sacrifice. If I got to go over there and do a little scripting, I'm gonna get on over there and put one of them little masks on and do my little scripting. Not literally, but you get what I'm saying. Meaning, I get over there and I come up with something like, hey, mastermind with Tony Gaskins, personal branding 101. Yeah, it's 800 pounds, but shoot me that 800 pounds. I'll spend the day with you, teach you how to build your personal brand. We sit right over here at the office space. I create something. Hey, meet up. Tony Gaskins, meet up. 100 pounds. That way it ain't no whole bunch of people, and everybody and their mama can't afford it. But it's something to where I could use my gift. I could teach what I know. I might do me a life coach certification over there. Do a discount, 500 pounds. Mom, come on over here. We spending the day. I'm finna train you how to be a life coach. But that's what I mean. Get out. If you got to sell dinner plates, if you got to go clean everybody's house in the neighborhood, in the apartment complex, like, think outside the box. Now, have some mace on you, but I'm telling you how you got to start stretching your mind. What I mean by this is, hey, some mace on you now. No P. Diddy, but what I mean by this is, let's say you live in an apartment complex. You see this man. You always see this man coming and going out his apartment. And he don't look like a threat. He don't look like a threat. You go up to him and you put your little flyer or your little business card in your hand. T&T Cleaning Services. Boom, $20 a room. And he live by himself. He ain't got no kids. He do IT. This man do IT. This man make $90K to $250K. You know, he is not really comfortable with women or around women. Boom, he got him a 2-bedroom, living room, kitchen. That's $100. Boom, go clean the apartment. $100. Have your mace on you now, just in case he crazy. Have your mace on you. Boom. Now he gonna tell all his friends about your cleaning service. This what you doing on Saturday and Sunday on your days off, or on Sunday, or this what you doing, you know, after work. You leaving work a day early, or you put in a few extra hours on 4 of the days, and on the 5th day you get off. Work that out with your job. So boom, you go clean his place, go clean another place, go clean another place. Boom, now you done made really the fee for that stuff minimum of $100, but a lot of times these folks walking out of there anywhere from $100 to $400 for cleaning office spaces, cleaning different places. Like, do what you got to do, other than angling, but do what you got to do and make a way. You know, you especially one thing about it, like, cause men need a mom. And what I mean by that is males need a mom. So these grown men, a lot of these grown men that won't get in no relationship, and because they keep saying a woman don't have no value because they could pay somebody to cook, they could pay somebody to clean, take advantage of that mindset and take your cooking service, take your cleaning service to all the single men in your apartment complex. Sit at the park, you know, sit outside on your steps and see how many single men coming and going. They might be bringing different women. You might see one guy bring a different woman 3 times a week, but boom, hit him with your business card, and now you do his meal prepping. Do his meal prepping, $200 a week. They bragging about they don't need no woman because they could pay for the stuff. Let them pay you for it, or vice versa. You know, vice versa. If you a man and it's single women living in your apartment complex, give her your handyman card. Don't be trying to go over there and drop off no angle lane, but give her your handyman card, and you know, go fix her sink, go change her light bulbs, go, you know, on the back of the car, put all your services, light bulb change, vent changes, filter changes, everything you know how to do. Put a bullet point on the back of that car, and you right there in your neighborhood, you let these women hire you to take care of that stuff, so you could be there for your child, so you could have some extra money for your child. And this what we got to start doing is we got to start pressing. We got to press the limits with our children, because while you broke, busted, and disgusted, if you love a child, if you love your child to no end, you think your child finna become successful and not bless you? You're not doing it for the blessing, but that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get blessed. You know, my daddy driving a Bentley because of me. My mama driving a Mercedes Benz because of me. Living in a 3-bedroom house because of me. You know, in her own business. My sister running her own business that makes 6 figures because of me. And my sister drive a Benz because of me. I ain't bragging. What I'm saying is my mama and daddy invested in me to make sure that I was in sports, to make sure that I was in a better school. They put me in a better school, put me in a private school in the 10th grade because I got in trouble and went to jail in the 9th grade. Put me in a private school, put me in organized sports, and invested in me. And then boom, what happened with my life? Went somewhere, did something because I hadn't seen something. By them sacrificing and put me in that private school, sacrificing, getting me a car so that I could drive to school once I turned 16, I was able to meet successful people. My biggest investor, I met him at that private school, and being with him and his family stretched my mind. The reason why I got courtside tickets to the NBA, because his dad took me courtside to the NBA. The reason why I got a suite at the football stadium, because his dad took me to their suite at the football stadium. That, me seeing that as a child, I said, I got to have this for me. I got to figure out a way legally now, and that stretched me. And so when you put your children in that private school and you get them out that ghetto school that they don't care about them kids, and it's different if it's a school in the ghetto and they care about the kids and the teacher's passionate and they teaching them kids and them kids learning. But if it's a school to where kids just another number, you sacrifice and you go to that private school where the classroom is smaller. It could be a black school, white school, Asian school, whatever. It's gonna be some racism. If you of color, it will be some racism, but all that's gonna do is just change their world view. It's gonna help them see the real world. It's gonna thicken their skin, because they got to endure them racist jokes. They got to learn how to stand up for themselves. They got to learn how to work the room. They got to learn how to demand respect. My wife was telling me her mama told her our baby boy Tatum was on the phone the other day talking to his friend, and he said, hey, what you just said is racist, and if you say something like that again, I'm hanging up on you. I said, I love that, but that's what you got to learn. And that boy is Hispanic, and so it's like, hey, you know, I think he white and Hispanic or white and Asian or something, but that's just what it is. It's gonna be little jokes out there at any school, public school, private school, it don't matter. But expose your kids, get them out there, get them in some organized, because this group right here, if ain't nobody else doing this, if ain't nobody else talking to you about it, I'm gonna talk to you about it, because it's us that's gonna change the world. The reason why P. Diddy is P. Diddy because his mama and daddy, whoever that was, did not do what they were supposed to do and raise him God-fearing the way he was supposed to be raised. So how we gonna change the P. Diddy's and the Epsteins and all of this right here? How we gonna change that? How we gonna have boys who not degenerates and battling with women on podcasts? We got to change that. Girls who twerking all day on the camera and sleeping around and just giving away poontang all the time, Kootabell at 13, 14. We got to change that by how we raise our children. So, hey, listen to me. I done made it back home. God bless you. Took me 23 minutes to get there and back. God bless you. We'll talk soon. Get this in your spirit. Listen to it 2 more times. Get it in your spirit. We'll talk soon.